Let me know where you're coming in from. Happy Monday. I'm just getting set up here. Anybody do anything exciting this weekend? Now, I am live streaming in two places. I'm on my MacBook Pro on my YouTube channel, and I'm on my phone on my TikTok account. I have software that lets me do that. And TikTok does send out notifications. YouTube does not. So if you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Good morning, Elvie. If you're jumping ahead, that was my aunt's name, my mom's sister. Good morning, SOB. Is that what people call you? Where are you coming in from? Love to know why you're on social media. Good morning, AJB. I'm getting people from all over the world. Good morning, Liz. Good morning, Joyce. I'm getting people from all over the world on these lives. Where you're coming in from, what part of the world do you live in? I live on the East Coast of the United States. I'm about 40 or 50 minutes outside the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's about a two-hour, 2.5 hour ride to New York City. Good morning, future active Asa. What do people call you? Good morning, Melissa. Where you're coming in from? What part of the world do you live in? And I am getting people on these live streams from all over the world. I am live streaming on two places. Thank you, Melissa, for liking the live. I really appreciate that. If anybody else wants to like the live, I'd appreciate it. That helps my account out, whether you're on my TikTok account or you're on my YouTube channel. Good morning, Tanya. Good morning, Melissa. Again, thank you. And you shared it. Thank you so much. If anybody else wants to like or share, now, if you're on my YouTube live, if you don't comment, I can't see you. Good morning, Amato. Is that, if I'm pronouncing that correctly? YouTube does not show me who's on, so if you don't comment, I don't know you're there, and I can't shout you out. Thank you, Melissa. Anybody else? Where are you coming in from? And now my sister, my brother-in-law, they're in Italy right now, and they've been posting pictures. My sister's posting a bunch of pictures right now from where they are in Italy. Good morning, Marie, North Carolina. My one brother lives in North Carolina. I think he lives close to Raleigh. It's a town. The name of the town I can't even pronounce. Good morning, Michael. Thank you for reposting. Thank you for liking the live. If you're coming on, let me know where you're coming in from. Love to know what part of the world you live in. I live on the East Coast of the United States. Love to know why you're on social media. And most people, when I ask that question, why you're on social media, people don't want to answer it. And then other question most people don't seem to want to answer is, how much time a day do you spend on social media? I had a guy on the other day that told me he spends 6 hours a day on social media. I don't spend that much time. I have a business, but when I'm on social media, I'm getting paid. In fact, this live stream that I'm doing right now, TikTok is paying me. You can get monetized on most of the channels. Good morning, Sherry. Now I just recently broke 100,000 followers on TikTok and got monetized. I'm close to 100,000 followers on Instagram. I'd be monetized over there, but they discontinued their program. Good morning, Susan. Where are you coming in from? Good morning, 24XLBN. Good morning, user 6130. What do people call you? And there's a lot. Good morning, Judy. There's a lot of people on TikTok that you're setting up an account, you're not putting your name on it. Good morning, Jill, or a picture or anything. And what TikTok does, they issue you a user number. Good morning. Is it right now? Good morning. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. Good morning, Adrell Aiken. Good morning, Coco. Good morning, Grace. Good morning, YC. Now today, I've been doing some trainings on this because a lot of people are using social media for different reasons, and you want to use social media correctly. But I was going to talk about 4 business models because people are doing all kinds of different things on social media. I've had somebody that's gotten on my live. She has a nonprofit that she supports, that is to support women who've been victims of domestic violence, and she's using social media. Good morning, Bonnie. Good morning, Fred. Good morning, Mad. Good morning, Zelda. To get exposure to her nonprofit, so she reaches women who are victims. It's to support women who are victims of domestic violence. Good morning, Scotty. Good morning, Roseanne. Good morning, Andre. Good morning, dog dad, Gabe. I'm a dog lover. So people are doing different things, and let me turn off. Um, TikTok automatically turns on the mirroring thing, and actually it doesn't work. So when I turn it off, this is facing people. Um, Good morning, Andre. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, Ian. So, and there's that one woman I mentioned. She has a nonprofit that she's using social media to get exposure to for women who've been victims of domestic violence. She offers services to support them. If anybody else wants to like my live, I'd appreciate it. Thank you, Michael. So there's four different. I'm going to go over four main business models. The first one that people are doing is affiliate marketing. I've done all of these that I'm going to go over. Now, affiliate marketing, and a lot of you, affiliate marketing is where you become an affiliate of a program. Now, 80% of companies in the world have affiliate programs. I did a video on my TikTok account about Adidas, which people are going crazy over, and they're only going to pay you 1 to 5%. You can sign up for free. I talk about that in the video, that where to go to sign up. Now, they may or may not approve you, but 80% of companies have affiliate programs. Adidas has one, Nike has one, Target has one, Walmart has one, Amazon has one. And typically they all pay you 1 to 5%. There's no training. They will pay you to promote their products and stuff. And the company actually, if you get a sale, the company actually makes more money than you do. And I don't think that's worth it. They don't give you any training. They don't give you any mentorship. And now there's affiliate programs you can join. There's a cost to join those. They do provide training. Some of them give you tools. Most of them pay 20 to 40%. And I've done a lot of affiliate marketing. I have my own products where I make 100%. I really got liking that. So I found out about digital marketing where you can make 100% profit. And I'll get into that in a second. But that's affiliate marketing. It's been around for decades. It's not new at all, but you can join a program and pay for it, and most of them pay 20 to 40%. I like making 100%, but that's affiliate marketing. And then there's high ticket affiliate marketing, which I've done that too, where you're actually everything you're promoting is high ticket. And I've done both regular affiliate marketing and high ticket affiliate marketing. And to give you an example why I decided to start doing digital marketing is because I did have somebody that came through my link, which she bought was $25,000. I made 27% of that, which is 6,200. That's great. I made that in a day. I woke up to that. That is more money than I made in a whole month when I was still working a job. But over on that particular sale, which was all my effort, the company made over $18,000. And they made way more than me. It was all my effort. It was the same amount of effort. I'd rather have 100% come to me. And with digital marketing, the money comes directly to you. You pick a merchant account that you want to use. I use Stripe. But if you're using affiliate marketing, the money goes to them. They hold it. They pay you out per their schedule and whatever percentage they're going to pay you. And like with the Adidas and Walmart and Target, all of them, they're going to pay you on average 1 to 5%. I don't think that's worth it. If you wanted to make $500, you would have to get hundreds of sales a month. I average like 900 a sale. So if I get 12 sales in a month, that's 10,800. I have a blueprint going over this that if you go to payudaily.com, my website here, I have a free PDF that you can keep and download and save it. That's yours to keep. But affiliate marketing and high ticket affiliate marketing, they're only going to pay you, and typically it's 20 to 40%. You do have to pay to join them. Where the Adidas program, they're just, if they approve you, because they don't approve everyone, send you a link that if somebody comes through and buys something, you would earn a commission. Now, if you don't know how to use social media, you don't have an email list, you don't have an audience somewhere that you have influence over, chances are slim you're going to not make any money. And I know the first year I started doing this, I didn't know anyone. And I spent a year and $3,000 in pay-per-click ads, and I didn't make any money. So if you want to join any of them, just not Adidas. I just don't think 1 to 5% worth it. I don't think it's worth the time. So that's why I don't do those. But if you can go to that video if you want to join the Adidas's program, and they may not approve you. I'm told that I have had some people contact me and tell me that they didn't get approved, and they are, they look on for certain criteria. So the third one is digital marketing, which I've been talking about. And actually, I should say this is probably like 5. Digital marketing, master resale rights, where you make 100% profit. That's the big difference. You buy the products, you own the resale rights, and you can sell it over and over again. Affiliate marketing, you don't buy the resale rights. They're just paying you a portion to promote their products or services, and then they'll pay you, and typically it's 20 to 40%. But digital marketing, it's 100%. You buy the resale rights. And actually, this is really, I have to add, this is 5. The one that I didn't talk about yet is network marketing. And there's a lot of great companies out there. Now I'm involved with a couple of them. I don't really promote them, but I use their products as network marketing. And they pay you a percentage, and it's usually somewhere between 20 and 40%. You're not just sharing the profits with the company, you're also sharing your profits with the person who signed you. So if you get a sale, that person makes a percentage of what you made, and so does the company. So you're sharing your profits, your efforts with two people. I spent like 2 years promoting a company. I personally signed over 350 people. I was not using social media, like I was private messaging people, talking to people I know. It's prospecting. It works. Honestly, I got totally burned out with doing that because I was living in Messenger, contacting people, following up with people. And yeah, I signed over 350 people. But I was exhausted, and that's what all I felt I was doing. There's no automation or leverage. And I wanted something that had more automation and leverage, that I had to be living on social media. And the blueprint I've been following, it's a 2-hour workday. You can get this down to 2 hours a day. But if you're doing that with the prospecting, it works. You're not going to be able to work 2 hours a day. You can get my blueprint, go to payyoudaily.com. That's my website. The PDF is free. It outlines the blueprint. It's a 2-hour workday. You can get this down to 2 hours a day. In fact, yesterday I kind of broke down the 2-hour workday, and I might do that again. But that's network marketing. You're just not even paying, you're sharing your profits, just not with the company, but with the person who signed you. And the last one that a lot of people are doing, they have their own coaching or products. And I have some of my own products, which I make 100% on those. But when you have your own product or your own services, like the product you have to create, you have to do customer service. With digital marketing, you don't have to do that. You're buying the resale rights of someone else's products or services, and then you get 100% profit on it. If you have your own coaching or products, you're creating and doing it. And there's a lot of people on social media doing coaching. They may be coaching people about losing weight, a ton of different topics, teaching people marketing, how to use social media. But there's a ton of people on social media doing that. It's their own coaching or products. And if you're going down that route, then you've got to be creating your own stuff. And a lot of people, another thing about digital marketing, you don't have to create the products, you get the resale rights to someone else's. So really, I said 4 business models, but I'm coming up with 5 here. But those are most of the things that people are using social media for. And I did mention a woman she's got a nonprofit that supports women who are victims of domestic violence. And she's using social media to get exposure to it. But there's people using social media for a lot of different things. Good morning, Gail. Good morning, Viva. Good morning, Gigi. Good morning, Rebecca Williams. If you're jumping on, let me know what part of the world you're coming in from. If anybody who have questions, drop them in the comments. Good morning, Barbie. But those are the main things that people are using social media for. I do think a lot of you people that get on my lives, other people's lives, you're looking for a way to make money from home, or you've been trying. And when I ask people, why are you on social media? Most people don't want to answer. The other question I ask is, how much time a day do you spend on social media? I had a guy on the other day that told me he spends 6 hours a day on social media. Yisha, you're from Philippines. Well, thanks for jumping on. Thank you again, Michael, for liking the live. If anybody else wants to like it, whether you're on my TikTok or my YouTube channel, good morning, Suski, if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Good morning, Akua. Good morning. I'm not going to try that one. Let me know where you're coming in from. Good morning, H-Town MAGA, if that's what your account's about, or what do people call you? And a lot of people, they don't want to say how much time they're spending on social media. That guy said 6 hours a day. I don't spend, and I have a business, I don't spend 6 hours, that much time I've got my workday down to a few hours. Mine's a little longer than the 2 because I committed to doing these live streams, and I live stream for an hour. Good morning, Scott. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Primrose. Good morning, Taz. Where are you coming in from? You can get this down to 2 hours a day. And I do online marketing, making money from home, and teaching other people how to do the same. The first year when I started doing this, I didn't know anybody. I literally went to Google. I searched make money online. I bought a website. Um, they sent me a PDF how to set up pay-per-click ads. I had no idea what I was doing. I spent money on the website, and I spent $3,000 in pay-per-click ads. I was sending traffic to a replicated website, which you never want to do. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have training. I didn't have a system. I did that for a year and I didn't make any money. And I knew I needed to get around somebody who's done what I wanted to do. And if you're trying to do this yourself, it's I'd say virtually impossible if you want to try. But I spent a year and didn't make any money, and I knew I needed to get around somebody. Success leaves clues. You want to model what's already proven to work. Thank you, Yisha, for liking the live. I really appreciate it. Good morning, Pret Mess. What do people call you? So if you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I did just go over and I had my whiteboard up. Well, I said 4 business models, but really there's 5. That most of the things that people are doing on social media. Good morning, Richard. I do believe that most of you're on here, either you're looking for a way to make money from home or you've been trying and you're not getting the results that you want. And I put a video up, and Astrid, you just earned the number 2 gift badger. Thank you for liking the live. I appreciate it. Anybody else wants to like the live, I'd appreciate it. It helps my accounts out. If you're on my YouTube live and you don't comment, I can't shout you out because I can't see you. YouTube doesn't show me that. TikTok does. Good morning. Is it Noace? S? And I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. But those are the main things. There's 5 business models I went over. The people. Thank you, Astrid, for the sending the heart. I really appreciate it. And you're the number 8 fan. Good morning, Carl. I appreciate you liking the live. Good morning, Astrid. Good morning, Banana. What do people call you? But when I'm on social media, my time's productive. I am not spending 6 hours a day. I've got this down to probably mine's probably more like 3 because I do these live streams. But you can get this down to 2 hours a day. Isha saying, yeah, I'm really looking for an online source of income. Then you saw me. Well, if you go to my profile, you're on my TikTok account. There's a bio there. There's a link there with my website, payudaily.com. And if you click that, good morning, Jamie, put your email address in. There's 2 videos, watch them, read the page, read the whole page, or get an email from me with more info, read that. There's a link in there with my free PDF. If you click on that and you can save that to your computer, that's yours. That's yours to keep. Yeah, that's my free PDF. It's the Freedom Formula Blueprint. It's a 2-hour proven blueprint. It's my mentors who did that, and she's used that to make $8 million. We have over 56,000 people in our community that are using it. Many of them are making money. We've had people leave their jobs. We have a woman, good morning, Nathan, named Amy, who she was actually working 2 jobs. She had no time for anything to spend with her kids. She was exhausted. She started doing digital marketing, and now she's left those jobs, and she's actually making more money doing digital marketing than she was working those jobs. Good morning, Beth Ann. Good morning, Faith. So this does work. I mean, she was just exhausted. She was one of the jobs that was a waitress job, and that's you're spending a lot of time on your feet walking around. I can imagine. I've never done that kind of work, but I can imagine it being exhausting. Good morning, Terry. If you're jumping on, let me know what part of the world you're coming in from. Love to know why you're on social media. If anybody has a question, if there's something I can help you with, I'd be glad to do a training on one of these if it's something I've done. If I haven't done it, I don't think it's ethical to train or teach and stuff you haven't done. Good morning, Lorraine. But I can probably give you a resource. I had a guy that got on my YouTube live that wanted me to do a video about CPA marketing. I've never done that. I know what it is. I've got an idea of how it works, but I've never really made money with it. But I was able to give him a resource. And if it's something I haven't done, I can probably give you a resource. I've been doing this for a long time. I know a lot of people. I can probably point you in the right direction or give you a resource. Because if you really want to learn something, you want to get around somebody who's done it, and learn from them. And a lot of people, and I know when I got into this industry, you try to start this, you have a broke mindset. Good morning, Sarah. Why anybody thinks that if you want to learn something new, that you're not going to have to invest time and money into learning it. I don't understand that. Because if you are trying to learn something, you want to learn it correctly. You want to learn from somebody who's done it. And I know when I started, I didn't have a mentor and I needed to get one. And I spent a whole year and actually over $3,000 with pay-per-click ads and didn't make any money. Terry saying, I have digital downloads, but not making sales, but not some, but not many. What do you suggest? Terry, are you using social media? What's your traffic source? Are you doing any paid marketing, social media? Um, Tell me what you're using because I can, because you're saying but you're not making sales, but some, but not many. And how, and it's, are you promoting somebody else's stuff and how long have you been doing this? Just to, before I answer you, because I was just sharing, and everybody's journey is different. I didn't, when I had an idea and I think it was God telling me that people are making money on the internet because I didn't know anyone. I literally went to Google and searched make money online. So I didn't know anyone to ask to correct me. You're saying social media, Etsy, and a teacher site. I have my own website. So um, if you're using social media and you're new and you don't have, because it sounds like you've gotten some sales, but you're not really getting a lot of traffic. If you're promoting someone else's stuff, I suggest you pick one social media platform. And if you're doing this and you've been using a social media platform, I was talking about this yesterday, to scroll, you want to set up a whole new account. So if it's TikTok or whatever platform, pick one and do it till you master it. The second thing is, are you sending people, and if you're not sending people to you created every single one, okay. If you send them to your website, are you capturing their email address and getting them on an email list? You need a tool called an autoresponder. Most of them, they let you start for free. Mine lets you start up to 2,000 subscribers, and then they start charging you. But if you're not sending them to a capture page, a website where you can get their email and get them on your email list, and then have a series, and I say you need at least 14 emails attached to your website that are going out to people, because most people aren't going to buy on first touch. And if you're just sending them to a website with a page, you've only got one opportunity to talk to them. If you're not sure about how to write emails, you can use Chat GPT, because it sounds like you're doing your own stuff. You said Etsy and a teacher site. And even if I don't know if you've got a subject you're talking about in your site, you could create a newsletter, and in your first email, say something like, thanks for joining my newsletter. Because Isha, you got my email. Okay. Because I have like 33 emails attached to mine. And then you can send ones out, broadcast or newsletters that you can send out manually on your own. But if you're not sending people to a site where you can get their email address and you can keep talking to them, most people aren't going to buy on first touch. And to give you an example, I had somebody who got on my email list last October 2024. I did talk to her a few times on TikTok, and then she bought something from me in July. So if you don't have that set up and it's a system, yeah, I would. I mean, and I'd say at least have 14 emails in there. I mean, I've got 33 on mine, but as you go along, you may want to add ones. And I look at ones that I sent out as a newsletter. If that email did well, I'll put that in my follow-up series. Yeah, and pick one social media platform and do it till you master. And I assume you have a TikTok account because you're on here. But if you've been using it to scroll and stuff, because you got to train the algorithm. And if you're looking at all kinds of different videos, like on TikTok's not going to know what to show you. So my recommend, and I say this, and you don't have to, but it's to start a new account and just do that for, keep it business wise. Don't scroll, don't search for anything. And in particular, the algorithm is really sensitive, a lot more sensitive on TikTok than it is on other platforms. But if you don't have all that in place, I'd get that set up because um, it's hard. I mean, most people aren't going to buy on First Touch, and I do get some sales on First Touch, but that's not typical. Usually, people, they want to know that you're going to show up every day, and if you're using social media, when I say every day, I mean 7 days a week. Um, People, and most of the people I talk to, they're not getting the results that they want. When I look at their social media accounts, they're not consistent, because to get people to follow you, they want to know you're going to show up every single day. And if you say, like I have in my bio, I go live every day at 10 a.m. Eastern. If I didn't show up, now of course something could happen, but actually Thursday, it's 90 days I've been going live every day for the last 3 months. People want to know that you're going to show up. If you don't show up, they'll go follow somebody else. Terry, you're saying just yeah, just for business. If you have an account that you're obviously on because you're on my live here, that you're looking at other videos, you're scrolling and that kind of thing. You want to set up an account because you want to train the algorithm so it knows what to send you. And if on that account you're looking at um, all these other kind of things, the algorithm's not going to know what to send you. So you just keep it. And then, if you want to scroll, get off that account and get on your other one because, and on TikTok, especially, the algorithm's really sensitive. And if you're doing all kinds of things on your account, the algorithm's not going to know what to send you. Um, and and the algorithms are, and all the algorithms on they're different on all platforms. They're all sensitive, but in TikTok in particular is more sensitive than other ones. But I would start another TikTok if you want to use TikTok. Pick one platform if you're using TikTok, and then do it till you master it. Because another thing a mistake that I see people make is they start getting on all platforms. Now I'm on a bunch of them because I've been doing this for 14 years. I use just not TikTok. I'm streaming on YouTube right now. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I don't spend a lot more time very much anymore on Facebook, but I do have an account. I have accounts on all the platforms, but those are the ones that I'm really using: TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Terry, I'm doing mindset and okay. So your account, you're using social media. Do you have a mindset product that you're promoting, or you're just I mean, I don't know what your background is, but are you promoting both, like mindset stuff, and then you said you had Etsy and then digital stuff. Do you have a mindset product you're promoting and a digital program that you're promoting? Um, and the reason I'm asking that is because um, if you're trying to do It's me, Lovelace. Okay, I'm not sure what that means, Terry. It's me, Linda Lovelace. I don't know what that means. Good morning, G Taylor. But if you're trying to promote more than one product, I don't recommend it. And what my mentor has taught me, because there's a lot of people, what they do is, oh, really? Oh, okay. Wow, that MLSP, that goes way back. My mentor has taught me, I only promote one thing on my social media accounts, and then I have a freebie that I'm giving away. Oh, Teresa. Okay, Teresa. Yeah, boy, MLSP has been way off my mind. I only promote one thing on my social media accounts, and then she has taught me on the back end to promote other things. Like I use, like my autoresponder. That's a tool, and they have an affiliate program. How to promote things like that in the back end. I don't. And what a lot of people, and I do think this is a mistake, and you can do what you want. But a lot of people on social media, they put like a link tree, and they've got all these things listed. They got this program, that program. They might put a link in there for their autoresponder. Good morning, Joyce. And there's all these things, and people go to that and they look at it, they're confused, and a confused mind doesn't buy. So I don't suggest that. I mean, if you've got more than one thing you're promoting, I would pick one, and it's preferable if you have something you can give away for free. Like I have a free PDF if anybody goes to payudaily.com. That's a freebie. You want to give something away for free in exchange for your email address, and then get them on your list. because, and I've had, like, I had somebody else that had followed me around, and I think he wasn't with me in MLSP, but he was in MLSP, been following me around for years, liking my videos and all that. And then just recently, actually, he bought 2 things from me. It's, um, people don't, and it's true, the whole like, know, like, and trust. And there's a lot of people, good morning, Steve, they think, and they really, and it's because they haven't learned how to promote things on the back end. And that's something that's relatively new to me that my mentor has taught me. Because if you go out and you start, like, you put one video up about mindset stuff, and then another one you're talking about digital marketing. If you start confusing people, and a confused mind does not buy. Thank you, Michael, for liking the live. You just got a number 2 gift badger. Good morning. And Astrid, like to thank you, Anastasia. Good morning. So that's what I said. And I've been doing that, because you don't own your social media accounts. I had 10 TikTok accounts. I had one that had over 200,000 followers, and TikTok, I lost them, and I actually stayed off of TikTok for almost over a year. I lost my Instagram account. Then last June, I started posting 3 videos on this TikTok account, 3 videos on my Instagram account. I just got over 100,000 followers on TikTok. I'm monetized. I got approved to be monetized. I'm close to 100,000 followers on Instagram, but they discontinued their monetization program. That's another thing I'm learning from my mentor, like the revenue from TikTok. That's another income stream. You can learn to create multiple streams of income, reoccurring income, promoting other things, on the back end. Good morning, KG Buster. Good morning, Kimball. But let me know if that helps, because so many people come and say to me, well, I'm not making money. And if you're not getting consistent leads every single day, because you want to build your email list and get people on it. And a lot of people aren't generating any leads, and you can use social media for free. And my mentor has actually used it to make like $8 million in the last 3 years, and hasn't spent a dime on paid advertising. And you can do paid marketing. You can do, and they work, Facebook ads, solo ads, pay-per-click ads. But if you don't know what you're doing, and like Facebook ads, there's a lot of moving parts. It's just not the copy you put on it or the image. It's the targeting, and knowing all that. Good morning, Zing. And I know a lot of people that used Facebook ads a lot, and they got their accounts shut down. And if you're using social media, yeah, you can lose your account at any time. I had a Facebook group. I had over 60,000 people on Facebook, deleted it. And that basically wiped me out when I lost both my TikTok and my Instagram account. So you want to get people on your list. Good morning, Tracy. And I've had some, people on they've been following me for a long time, and they've never bought. And then others that they've been following me for a long time. Eventually, at some point, they buy. Good morning, PT, and your best. And my mentors taught me this, and I put a video up on my TikTok account. If you want to creating 3 kinds of content, you want to create just giving free value. Now, I have found that posting, if you're using short video, if you're using TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, 3 videos is the sweet spot, and I've tested this. So I do 1 video, it's free value, 1 that's relatability, storytelling, and then another one that's what I call conversion content, inviting people to a webinar or a challenge or something. Well, Terry, I'm just my videos that I'm putting out, and I give out videos that are free value. And anybody in the space that might be trying to figure out, like I did one, the 3 types of content to create. I do one of those. I do one that's because if you're not telling your story and being relatable, it's very hard to create a connection. But I do one storytelling, relatability, like why you started doing this, because there's other people out there that are in your situation. And then the third kind is conversion. You invite them to a webinar or a challenge or something. And you may not have, maybe in a week you don't have something going. So you can just create videos giving free value, showing how to do something. I did another video on my channel about the 3 things you need to be successful, that, until somebody taught me that, but give out free value. I'm not, well, Terry, I think you need to decide what you want to promote on social media. Do you want to promote mindset stuff, or do you want to promote digital stuff, and pick one? And you can on the back end, and there's a couple of things that I'm learning more from my mentor that I promote, like the autoresponder I use, and they have an affiliate program to promote that because you know if you're talking about all this different stuff, so I pick one thing, either the digital stuff or the mindset. You mentioned something about mention mindset. You said you have an Etsy shop. I mean, if you start putting all those things out on your channel, and that's why I say pick one, people are not going to know what your account's about. They're going to be confused, and a confused mind doesn't buy. So pick one. And I mean, when you say digital downloads, are you talking about digital marketing? I mean, I have a PDF that people can download, but the rest I have, it's an interactive program. There's our videos that they go through. We have live trainings every week. They're not necessarily they. Now I own the products. I own the resale rights. I own it to consume, and I can own it to resell it, but they're not downloads. And you keep saying digital downloads. I mean, what exactly are you promoting? But I would pick one. If you got a mindset product, that promote that or promote do digital. And I can tell you, digital marketing is exploding, and mindset stuff, personal development doesn't really sell very well. I mean, I know anybody in the space, there's stuff that we've bought that we listen to, or someone to get around like Tony Robbins. I mean, I follow him on social media. But if you're promoting different things, you're going to confuse people. Pick one thing. The downloads are coloring pages, journals, classroom resources. Um, I think you need to pick one thing because you can't and you're talking about coloring books, journals, classroom resources. I mean, the classroom resources, your audience would probably be like teachers. I mean, I mean, I think you need to pick one thing because if you're putting all those things out on social media, I'm confused. I don't know what you're doing. Then you're talking about mindset stuff. Um, Pick something because you need to if you're marketing to everyone, you're marketing to no one, and learn your target audience. Like if you were doing classroom resources, teachers would be your audience. And I don't. I mean, I do digital marketing, and I anything related to that. Like people need an autoresponder. Um, I mean, it's just it's too much. I pick one thing, decide what you want to promote in social media. Good morning, Sam. Good morning, what big stunner 100. What do people call you? I pick one thing because people are going to be too confused, and a confused mind doesn't buy. And I mean, I do digital marketing and you keep saying digital downloads. I think that's something else, but I think you need to pick one thing. Thank you for the rose, Terry. I really appreciate it. Um, Good morning, Shinna. Good morning, Karen. Because and a confused mind doesn't buy, and so many people that come into the space, they're in like a cycle of confusion. But you want to pick one thing, get to really know your audience, who your audience is, because if you're marketing to everyone, you're marketing to no one. Um, yeah, and I did do a video about the 3 kinds of content. And now I've learned how to do viral videos. I spent a year in a coaching program learning that. I've got one video on my account now. It's got over 2.2 million views. It's got over 42,000 comments. Those videos are great. They get your views, they get your followers. I think I've gotten over 40,000 followers from that one video, but they don't create a connection. And my mentor said this a million times, connection equals currency. So you learn who your market is, so you know who to market to. And if it's like the educational things, then probably your target audience would be teachers. Good morning, Frenchie. But I think you have to sort that out because if you're promoting a bunch of different stuff on your account, it's going to confuse people. I mean, I do digital marketing. Showing people how they can use their phone, work online, making money from home with digital products. And this is right now in 2025, digital marketing is exploding and it's supposed to explode more over the next 3 years. Good morning, Lucille. And you don't have to worry about, shipping products or creating products. And with digital marketing master resale rights, I did another video on my TikTok account that I posted it about exactly what are master resale rights because a lot of people don't know that. Good morning, user 8053. And then you can, and on these live streams, you could say what are you what are people looking for? What do you need? And I can get feedback and information from them. So I know what to create, what people are looking for, what their pain points are. Um, and a lot of people, and the other thing that I didn't mention is consistency. If you're using social media, you want to post every day. When I say every day, I mean 7 days a week. And a lot of people get into this, think, oh, you can do it Monday to Friday. If you're not consistent, you're really going to have a hard time getting people to follow you. People want to know that you're there. If they comment a day and you're not there, and then you're not there the next, they'll go follow somebody else. And a lot of people I talk to, if I go look at their social media accounts, I can tell immediately that they're not consistent, because people want to know that you're there uh, before they make a buying decision. Good morning, roller toaster is that what people call you? But I could go look at somebody's account and I can tell that they're not being consistent. Now, I've been posting on this TikTok account and my Instagram account 3 short videos every day since last June. And that's how I've gotten them. I'm over 110,000 now on TikTok. I'm close to 100,000 on Instagram. And I do post some of those still post some of those viral videos to get one that takes off. But you really want to be posting things that you can create a connection with people. And I've heard how many different people in this industry about learning storytelling, telling your story. Like mine is, I lost my job. I couldn't find another one. It was the worst job market. I ended up finding myself being broke, unemployed, in foreclosure. I was drowning in $250,000 of debt, and I had no idea how I was going to get myself out of this mess. And if it wasn't for this industry, it wasn't for digital marketing, I don't know that I'd still have my house. But sharing, why you're doing this, telling your story, because that creates relatability. And I put videos out just kind of, and you can tell your story in different ways, different struggles that I had, because there's probably other people that are coming to your page and stuff that they're having the same struggle, and that creates relatability. And really, the mentor I've been working with for like over the last year, nobody else has taught me this. And the viral videos are great. And the guy I learned that from, I spent a year in a coaching program specifically on Instagram. He does 10 million a year on Instagram. So yeah, it does work, but those kind of videos don't create any relatability. So you want to mix, do different kinds of content. If you want that video, I did post that video on my TikTok account. Good morning. I said Baju. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. Where you're coming in from? And Terry just had some questions about what she was doing. Good morning, Mia. You can't. And I did spend a whole year trying to do this on my own. I didn't make any money. You can't do this by yourself. And why people are going crazy over the video I did about Adidas. 80% of companies have affiliate programs. You can join them for free, and typically they pay 1 to 5%. I don't think that's worth it. If you even want to make an extra $500, you're going to have to get hundreds of sales a month to make $500. I average 900 a sale. So if I get 12 sales, that's $10,800. The 1 to 5% just isn't worth it to me. Good morning, Gail. Good morning, Arthur. Where are you coming in from? And I started, and Terry, to answer I started doing these live streams. Actually, it'll be 3 months on Thursday. Video marketing is really powerful. But if you want to crank it up a notch, video live stream is even more so, because you're there, you're live, you can talk, and like how we've been talking back and forth. And it's something else you need and to do every single day. I've been here, 7 days a week now. Something could happen. I did have a couple Fridays ago, the smoke detector went off in my house. Well, there's like 4 of them in here. There was no fire, there was no smoke. And I ended up having to end the live because it was too loud. I couldn't hear myself, and other people probably couldn't hear me. I don't know how much of the smoke detector, but I ended up shutting that live down early because I'm committed to being here typically between 10 a.m. and 11 Eastern. So this is another way to get leads, get people, and it's just not, somebody could have 1 million followers on a social media platform. It's not the 1 million followers. It's how many of those are they connected to? Because connection equals currency. And my mentor said that 9 times. Good morning, cop, fireman. Thank you for serving. I'm assuming you're a cop and fireman, or one or the other, but thank you. You really want to get people on an email list. And if I were you, I'd pick one thing because people get too confused. They won't know what your account's about. You want to set up, and I did another video on TikTok about how to set up your social media profile correctly, because most people that I see that come on, they don't have their account set up correctly, and there's a lot of people. You're welcome. Good morning, Amy. A lot of people that they don't even put their name or picture on it, and like TikTok. What TikTok does, if you don't put a name on it, they issue you a user number. It says user, and it's just really long number. And you want people, when they come to your profile, to know what your account's about. So anybody else, if anybody else has any questions, drop them in the comments. Good morning, Marlo. Or if there's something you're trying to figure out, I'd be glad to do a training on one of these. I am here every single day. Astrid, you're asking how to get monetized on TikTok. Okay, so and each platform has their own requirements. To even apply, you have to have 10,000 followers on TikTok, and you have to have at least 100,000 views in the last 30 days on your account. And when you reach that threshold, you'll be invited to apply, and then you have to fill out an application. It's not a lot. Send it back to them. If they approve you, they'll let you know. And TikTok, like, because I've been monetized on YouTube too. TikTok has a bunch of different ways you can get monetized. I'm monetized to do these lives. They did approve me for I think their creator rewards, where you have to, any video you post that you've got, it's at least a minute long. They'll start paying you once you reach 1,000 views. I don't, and because I've been part of YouTube's program, and I've made 5 figures doing that. And I lost that. I'm trying to get that back. I think YouTube's program is way better. Their programs, even if you get monetized in a couple different ways, it doesn't pay that much. And they're constantly sending me stuff about, if I do a video, they're doing stuff about Halloween. I'm not going to put a video on my profile, my accounts that don't have something to do with what I'm doing, which is making money from home. And they want, there's ones about Halloween, they got all these other things, and they'll pay you to do it. But those kind of videos, I don't want to put them up on my account. Like I get people contacting me about brand deals. They'll email me. One woman, she wanted me to do a video, or a YouTube video, a TikTok video, and join their affiliate program. And like her website was about women's clothes, and she wanted me to do one video on YouTube and one on TikTok. I'm not going to put a video up about women's clothes on my accounts. That's not what my account's about. That's total confusion. And then she wanted me to join their affiliate program and promote it. And if I'm promoting their affiliate program, I'm not promoting my stuff. Good morning, Pamela. Good morning, Raymond. So you do have to meet those qualifications before you can apply. And they do. And actually with TikTok, it's almost like they send me too much. I'd be monetized on Instagram too, but they discontinued their program in 2023. They used to pay you for the number of views you got on your reels, which that to me, for me, because I'm posting reels every day and they're getting views, that they stopped that. And I kind of doubt, I don't think they'll bring it back. And YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and you have to have 4,000 hours of watch time. I have the subscribers. I'm working on the watch time, and they pay. And I have made 5 figures from that. And I stupidly put a video, I was like 2 years ago, of Taylor Swift, the short video on my YouTube account. That video took off. It got like 10,000 views in like less than 24 hours. Good morning, Steve, and good morning, Tiff. And they banned me. They cut off my monetization. I was in their partner program, and now I have to reach. I need 4,000 hours to apply again. But I've made more money with YouTube's program, and we'll see. I've only been in TikTok's program for probably a month or so. Yeah, and they're in all the platforms. They could do they really can do what they want. That's why I say you don't own your social media accounts. You don't control them. You can lose them anytime. That's why you want to build an email list. You own it. You control it. It's an asset. And you may have heard the money's in the list. That's true. For approximately, and it's not everybody, but for every subscriber you have, it should be worth about $1 in revenue in a month. But and you're building relationships with people. because people aren't, if they don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you. You want to create connection and relatability, and you can do that with your content. This is stuff that I'm just learning recently because nobody taught me before. Yeah, I know how to get videos to go viral. They're great. You'll get tons of views and likes and comments and all that stuff, but they don't create relatability. Good morning, Zakino. Good morning, Mr. Gibbs 14. Where are you coming in from? But you want to be building your email list because you don't own your social media accounts. And for those of us that live in the US, it's still up in the air. I know President Trump did that another 90-day extension. That was on September 19th. So this next one's going to expire on December 19th. So we still don't know. Good morning, babe. We still don't know if TikTok is going to be banned or not in the United States. And I have software I use on Instagram. Like if I can automate everything, I will. It's in beta for TikTok. I wanted to be a beta tester, but they won't let me because I live in the United States. In fact, I do have an account with them because I use it on Instagram. They're not giving anybody in the US access to it until this whole thing is, resolved. And we still may not know when December comes around if TikTok's going to be banned or not. They're saying they're working on a deal. Good morning, Mika. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I live on the East Coast of the United States. I'm getting people from all over the world on these. So it still is up. And, I'm still going to use TikTok because I get leads and sales and stuff from TikTok. And I just opened up a TikTok shop recently. Actually, I was working on that yesterday. But TikTok has a button for people that are solely relying on TikTok. If it does go, good morning, Walter, they're basically screwed. That's why you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Learn TikTok, and then when you master it, move on to another platform. Good morning, Atatilla, and I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly. Good morning, Walter. Where are you coming in from? Love to know why you guys are on social media. Now I had a couple of people asking me questions on here. The most recent one was about getting monetized on TikTok, which I just got monetized recently. You need to have 10,000 followers, and you need to have at least 100,000 views over the last 30 days to qualify. Then once you reach that, then you can apply. And they're all different. Instagram used to have a program, but they got rid of it, which I was really, just as I was getting to 10,000 followers, they decided not to do it anymore. And they could bring it back, but I kind of doubt that. Good morning, Saudi Arabia. Ree, what do people call you? Are you from Saudi Arabia? And I do get people on these lives and on my content on social media from all over the world. That is the one thing about social media. There's over 5 billion people. There's plenty of people that you can use, and you can use it for free to get exposure to what you're doing. And I do believe most people are on here because you're looking for a way to make money from home, or you've been trying and you're not getting the results that you want. Good morning, AGA. Where are you coming in from? And there's, lots of different ways to make money online, but you want to get around somebody who's done what you wanted to do so you can learn from them. I've personally spent over $100,000 getting around different people to learn from them. And the year I spent in a coaching program was specific to Instagram, but really you can do the same thing with the videos on TikTok or Instagram, and learned how to get videos to go viral. That works. And I'll still probably post videos like that, but those videos don't create connection or relatability. And connection equals currency. And I've heard my mentor say that a million times, and she's probably going to say it another million times. And she's done so well teaching this, and it's a blueprint I'm following. It's a 2-hour blueprint, 2-hour workday blueprint. So you're not spending hours and hours on social media. And I have done that. That works. But I felt like I was living in Messenger, and you have no time to yourself. And a lot of people, I got into this initially because I needed to find a way to make money because I lost my job and I couldn't find another one. But the other thing is to get your time back, because if you're working a job, if you need time off, you got to ask. I've had people jump on these lives. Thanks for the rose, Ryan. I really appreciate it. People that don't have time to spend and they're exhausted. Some people working 2 to 3 jobs. Asherton, I meant thanks, and I agree that 2-hour blueprint is really a brilliant opportunity. Yeah, it is. And it's probably I've been doing this actually, it was 14 years in September I've been doing this. It's the most duplicatable thing I think I've ever seen, because if you don't keep things simple in this industry, most people aren't gonna get it. Good morning, Joey. And this business is simple. It's not easy, and simple and easy aren't the same thing. I mean, there is a 95% failure rate, and I've seen people come into this industry and spend tens of thousands of dollars and do nothing. I find it fascinating, but most people don't do anything. I had somebody that she bought something from me, and it was a monthly thing. It was like $179 a month she was spending, and she did that for 2 years. She never even logged into our account. She every month that 170, and I think I made like $100 off that a month. She They were charging our bank account. She did that for 2 years and never even logged in. Um, Good morning, Barbie. And maybe it's a lot of people that they join something and then they don't, because most people don't do anything. That's just like the way that it is. That's why there's a 95% failure rate. People join something and they don't do anything. And some people, maybe that you don't believe you can do this. I mean, this really is simple. Look, I've got ADD, a learning disability. My reading comprehension's at 11th grade level. I got diagnosed when I was 32. I was going back to school and I was flunking a history course, and I got some help. I started taking Ritalin. I got double the time to take the test. I passed the test in American history for the first time and actually graduated magna cum laude. So academic scholar, I'm not. I have to read things multiple times. If I'm writing anything, emails, whatever it is, I got to go back and double, triple, quadruple check myself because I probably missed something. So if I can do this, you can do this. You don't need to be a rocket scientist. Good morning, Daisy. Um, so, I mean, it really is simple, but I have found that most people don't do anything. And if you don't do anything and you go buy something, and I know some people just join a network marketing company, and most network marketing companies, auto ships average about $150 a month. Just stay on that because they want to be a part of something, and maybe they're using the products, and that's cool. I call it the 70-20-10 rule. 70% of people that get into this industry want to make $0 to $500 a month. 20% want to make $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month, and then 10% want to make $10,000 or more. Not everybody wants the same thing from this, and that's fine. I did come here. I wanted to replace the income that I lost from the job I lost. And now actually had days where I've made more money in a day than I made in a whole month. That's been life changing for me. And there's no job that's would pay me that. Yeah, and you get your 2% raise. And I started working full time when I was 17, so I know. And typically that's the kind of raise you get. I left the job I was at for 13 years because of that. And I took a job that was $18,000 more, and then I lost that. I was at that for 3 years and lost it. So, and I had a 2 to 3 hour day commute, which I don't miss. My commute literally, it doesn't even take me minutes. Walk up a flight of stairs in my house. I turned a room upstairs in my house into my office. So good morning, Zita. Zita, is that what people call you? So if you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I did commit to doing these for an hour, and we're getting close to the hour. So if you got a question, drop it now. Or if there's something that you're trying to figure out that's more involved, I'd be glad to help you out on this or do a training. If it's something I've done, if it's something I haven't done, I don't think it's ethical to train or teach and stuff you haven't done, but I probably can give you a resource, because if you're trying to figure out how to do something, you want to get around someone who's done it. It'll increase your chances of being successful with it. And I spent a whole year when I got in this industry. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have training. I didn't have a proven system. And if you don't have any of those, it gets really hard that you're going to make any money. I did that for a year. And then I realized I had to get around somebody who did what I wanted to do. So we're up almost on an hour now. If nobody has any questions, good morning, Peggy. I'm going to end this. I will be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time. I appreciate you getting on.